Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. We have an update of sorts. So, the city state of the Invincible Overlord coming to OAR, 5e, DCC, RPG, crowdfunding soon on BackerKit. So, this came out earlier today. You can see the countdown clock is still going. 16 people have already signed in or signed up to be notified. Uh, Here, let's read along. The next installment of the original Adventures Reincarnated series, a massive box campaign setting for a 5e and DCC RPG. There's some game text, but we'll go on to the details. The City State and the Invincible Overlord is an epic collection of campaign resources for both 5e and DCC RPG. This massive box set contains a city's worth of material, including a complete guide to the city state of the Invincible Overlord detailing an entire fantasy city, containing nearly 400 locations, more than 500 NPCs, almost 200 rumors and legends, dozens of new magic and monsters, new game mechanics, and more. The Wonderlands Gazetteer, detailing nearly 100 surrounding towns and villages, plus castles and citadels and lurid lairs filled with monsters and treasure. A guide to Thunderhold, a dwarven citadel allied with the city state and adjacent to two massive dungeon complexes ripe for plunder. Wraith Overlord, a source book exploring the sewers, cellars, and other subterranean locales waiting to be explored beneath the city streets, plus a sinister threat to the city state in need of thwarting. Hag Hill, a home based village suitable for beginning adventurers, including a starting adventure to get your campaign rolling. A bevy of maps detailing the city state, the surrounding lands, and more. Prepare for an incredible adventure crowdfunding July 2025, based on the original City State of the Invincible Overlord by Bob Bledsoe Sr., as published by Judges Guild. This product is produced under license from Judges Guild. Okay. This is the announcement that came out over the weekend. It wasn't really an announcement over the weekend. This is more official. Um, and again, there have been questions about what about the original City State Invincible Overlord? That Kickstarter that is well overdue. Next week, by the way, 5 years without an update. So we kind of have an update. We're going to address that. Apparently, refunds are being given, although if you look at the actual 68 Invincible Overlord Kickstarter comment section, people say they requested it based upon the vague instructions I had access to, which really wasn't much of anything, and people claimed they weren't getting the refunds months later. But hey, let's share this page instead. So this is from Aaron James Bledsoe. I don't know who Aaron is. However, they've been a member of the Tavern's Facebook community since I think 2023. I am assuming from their conversation and that they are a member of the Bledsoe family that are the owners of Judges Guild. But let's see. Aaron, I like how Tenkar has no mention of backers have been getting refunds from the Judges Guild Kickstarter, something he already knows because he did a video on it. If you're going to post something, maybe you should be more honest about the facts. Just saying. So me, Aaron, still waiting on mine. Was there ever a public announcement? How about an update on the Kickstarter? Next week will be 5 years since the last update. I think I'm making valid points here. Aaron, this is all from today, folks. This is live on Facebook. Aaron, did you request a refund with your Kickstarter number through the Judges Guild website? Now, I went to the Judges Guild website. There is no part of the Judges Guild website that says, hey, here, tell us, you know, this is how you refund. There's no mention about it on the website, number one. There's no mention of it on the Kickstarter page at all whatsoever. Again, 5 years, no updates. So, I asked, did Judges Guild ever post an update on the Kickstarter that refunds were being given? That's literally where the backers will see it. And were any official refund policies where? Sorry, I can't read myself. Where any official refund policy must be posted if it exists. I've heard of those who shook the tree hard enough to get refunds, but I've yet to see an actual refund policy. Post it and I'll be happy to share it publicly. Besides that, Bob II knows how to contact me if he intends to refund me. He's made that abundantly clear over the past few years. Eric Tenkar, this is Aaron again. God bless you, Aaron. You know full well people have been sending in requests for refunds and have been getting refunds with interest. Really? As funds become available. Not addressing the fact that this is nowhere on the Judges Guild website and it's certainly nowhere on the Kickstarter. You even stated in your previous video that a peer of yours got refunded twice, chuckling about it. Yeah, somebody did. And I thought that was pretty funny. But they shook the tree. Because theft is something to chuckle about. How is it theft? They asked once, somebody sent twice. You see, there's this whole thing about a certain family. They don't know the law. That's not theft. Sorry. All the facts that you neglect to mention in your video, which is misleading. Here, I'm reading your stuff right now, Aaron. And is this the official instructions for folks who have backed the Judges Guild Kickstarter for City State of Invincible Overlord? Is this the official instructions on how to get your refund? Because I still don't see the official instructions here. There was never a shaking the tree involved. You need the Kickstart number and the amount you paid and sent through the judgesguild.com so you can be added to the list. If you don't request a refund, then you're waiting for fulfillment as the project is still ongoing. All of this I know you know because it was in your previous video. No, that last part, no. But you don't, well, don't worry, Eric, I have your number. Well, I have yours and your family's too. But here, let's just put the cards on the table. If you are serious that this is the official update, that this is what folks need to do, then why aren't we sharing that on the actual Kickstarter page? Why is it that next week, I believe on the 11th, so less than a week away, it'll be 5 years since the Kickstarter fulfilled. Since fulfilled, since it updated. 5 years. And listen, it's as easy as, hey, here's an update if you are looking for a refund. But Aaron, maybe you can tell me why there hasn't been an official notice to anybody on how to get the refund. Don't tell me that me doing this video is an official notice. Because it isn't. You got to push that information out to the backers. And how do you do that? You do a Kickstarter update. There were plenty until 5 years ago when it became radio silence. Now, the other question is, are you now the project manager for this? Because I've seen you a lot now on YouTube addressing this. That's fine. So that means that people should be asking you questions and you should be updating the Kickstarter. Right? Makes perfect sense to me. I think it would make perfect sense to Judges Guild. If there's an official policy on how to request a refund, it should be shared on the Kickstarter. How hard is that? How difficult is that? I'm sure you'll tell me that nothing. I'm sure you'll tell me nothing. I'm okay with that. I'm used to that. All right, folks, on that note, again, backer kit in what a bit, month and a half, a little bit more. And here, apparently, if you want a refund from the CSIO Judges Guild Kickstarter, you've got to go to the Judges Guild website. You got to go to, I don't know, I guess contact us. And there you got to give your information. Now, I know that nowhere on the Kickstarter site or on the Judges Guild website does it say any of that stuff. So you should just assume that you know it. Be safe, be well, God bless. Roll those dice. Roll them well. I'll catch you all again tomorrow. Later, folks.